White House senior advisor Jared Kushner has put together a group of private sector friends, including his former roommate, to aid the administration's response to the coronavirus.
But his move has caused tension and confusion among officials who are unclear about the exact role Kushner's shadow response team plays and how it fits in with the official task force led by Vice President Mike Pence.
Kushner, the son-in-law to President Donald Trump, has not been a public face to the response. But while he's not at the podium during any of the daily White House briefings, behind the scenes he's become a power player in combating the virus.
His team includes a slew of McKinsey consultants plus his former roommate and current U.S. foreign investment czar Adam Boehler, and Brad Smith, the head of Medicare's Innovation Center.
Despite the confusion, officials have described a line of distinction in operations. Kushner's group leads the all-of-private sector response while Pence leads the all-of-government effort as how sources described it to Politico.
President Trump originally asked for Kushner's participation, a senior administration official told DailyMail.com earlier this month.
The president asked Jared to get involved in and he has been doing so, the person said.
At that point, the Trump administration was struggling to play catch-up in its response to the pandemic, including making sure there were enough tests available to detect the disease.
The official described to DailyMail.com an all-hands-on-deck effort by Kushner's office that consisted of round-the-clock work by his team, including Hope Hicks, the former communications director who returned to the administration.
Kushner has been spotted leaving his Washington, D.C. home early, around 7:30 a.m. most mornings, to head to his office in the West Wing, which is just down the hall from the Oval Office.
His presence has been seen and felt. He's in White House meetings with private sector officials on responding to the virus. He joined President Trump's call with governors at FEMA and was with the president on Capitol Hill when Trump went there to rally Republicans around an aid package.
Kushner had his own brush with the coronavirus when his wife Ivanka Trump had to be tested after she met with an Australian official who later tested positive for the disease. Ivanka Trump's test result was negative.
But Kushner's involvement in the response effort has also led to criticism.
The Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington, a government watchdog group, charged Kushner's shadow coronavirus task force with violating the Presidential Records Act by using private email instead of their government accounts, which makes an automatic record of the correspondence.
That leaves the public in the dark about the work the Shadow Task Force has done and the influence of private industries on the administration's response to the coronavirus pandemic, the group charged.
His group has duplicated existing efforts and teams, Politico reported after talking to multiple officials involved in the response effort, and its focus on rapid, short-term decisions has created concern among some health agency officials.
One official told The Washington Post earlier this month they're getting emails from private industry employees on Kushner's team but have no idea what role these people play.
"We don't know who these people are," a senior official said. "Who is this? We're all getting these emails."
There is concern about a lack of coordination, causing confusion about who is doing what, and there has been limited vetting of the private sector officials involved, raising questions about possible conflicts of interest.
An official told Politico that the proper ethical precautions are being taken.
There have been 2 rules. People signed voluntary service agreements that were vetted by career legal professionals, and that there is no one doing procurement outside of government officials, the senior administration official said.
There's also the usual bickering about whose territory is whose since Kushner's group has gotten involved in all areas of the government's response, including at Health and Human Services and at FEMA.
And he's had his missteps. Kushner helped write the Oval Office address the president gave earlier this month, a speech that was widely panned and saw the stock market tank the next morning.
The criticism has been muted, however. Kushner is seen by many officials as untouchable within the administration given his closeness to the president, to whom he speaks many times a day.
Both Kushner and his wife Ivanka Trump have frustrated chiefs of staff who have tried to impose order on the unruly White House when they go outside the command structure by simply walking into the Oval Office to speak to the president.
A senior administration official told DailyMail.com that Kushner's and Pence's teams are working together and described Kushner's group as working to support government agencies in their work.
Kushner also has his defenders, who say the presidential son-in-law has plugged gaps in helping move supplies and helped arranged flights to bring medical supplies in from overseas instead of the usual method of using ships.
And Kushner himself defended his work to the Washington Post earlier this month.
We're getting things done in record speeds and are doing everything possible to avoid damage and mitigate the negative impacts, he told the newspaper. In America, some of our best resources are in our private sector. The federal government is not designed to solve all our problems. A lot of the muscle is in the private sector and there's also a lot of smart people.